We are in pre-algebra. This is day one. We're doing it, guys. So I'm gonna read this. Yes,
I'm
Sheila.
gonna have the class, classroom thing on there.
Google Classroom? Yes, we will. I'm gonna go through how we set that
I was
up. I
trying to
want to
say
get
it.
everybody to have it on their phone.
Yay.
We'll go through the whole process today. So my name is Miss Taylor Gable. Students usually just call me Taylor. Some call me Miss Taylor. I don't care which one you call me. I'm happy with either. Most people don't attempt to say Gable. I guess it scares people. It looks like it wouldn't be pronounced Gable, but it is. It's Gable. But you can just call me Taylor. So it's wonderful to meet you all. And if I have met you before, it's good to see you again. So if you're curious, these are the three classes that I am teaching this term. You guys are here. We're in pre-algebra. So if that's where you're supposed to be, you're in the right place. We meet every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it's always at this same time. No classes on Friday. Good. If you ever need to get a hold of me, get in contact with me, here's my contact information. You'll notice that that is also on the top of the agreement that is in your folder. This paper is for you to keep, so don't feel like you have to write it down. It's already written down for you. Just know that if you are wanting to type a message to me, email is the way to go. If you are wanting to talk to me, like voice, hear me speak, and I hear you speak, you just call this number and it's going to ask you to type in an extension. My extension is 333. This actually will call my classroom phone, which is back there, and it also routes to my cell phone. So if you ever need to call me, not during school hours, I believe I should be able to get calls from you even when I'm gone. So both work. Good ways to get a hold of me. So let's look at this classroom agreement. And we're going to kind of buckle in for a minute because this is kind of long. I know it might be a little bit boring, but it is very important that we go through it because at the end you will be signing that you agree to this. So if you have any questions as we go through it, please feel free to let me know, raise your hand or something, shout at me. I'm happy to stop and answer that question. So let's look at the first section here. We're going to talk about absences. So absence, that just means you're not here, okay? So what these three bullet points are telling us is, whenever you sign that paper that's at the back of this packet, you're saying that you agree to all of this, you understand this. So I'm just going to read through each of the points. Stop me if you got questions. I understand that if I need to miss class for any reason, it is my responsibility to communicate with my teacher regarding my absence and make arrangements to make up any missed assignments or assessments per teacher discretion. That just means get a hold of me. If you're not going to be here, either call me, send me an email, let me know in some way. I will work with you. We're a team, guys. We're working together. Next, I understand that if I miss more than 10 class days in a row without prior communication with my teacher or life coach, I will be withdrawn from this class. It's pretty impressive to miss 10 days in a row because when I say class days, I'm only talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you would have to miss almost 3 entire weeks of school without telling somebody to get kicked out of this class. Okay, that's what it means to get withdrawn. It means that you are no longer in this class. So, life happens. If something prevents you from being here, just tell somebody. Let us know. We will work with you. Okay. And last bullet point says, I understand that if I have known scheduling conflicts, for example, work commitments. Maybe you work during the day on Mondays and you can't be here Mondays. You're still expected to turn in any assignments on time. So exceptions to deadlines are made on a case-by-case basis, and they can only be made if I communicate with my teacher in advance. So we're going to talk more about this later, but you still being expected to turn assignments in on time. The reason I still have that expectation for you all is these videos and our Google Classroom that we will get you all connected on. If you miss a day, you can't be here. You will always have access to see what you missed. It is your responsibility to check Google Classroom, to watch a lesson that you missed, to still complete those assignments. You will be able to access that on a computer or on your phone, which again, we will go through that later. Do we have any questions about absences at all? Any concerns, things you're worried about? Okay, if not, we'll just go ahead and move on then. So up next, we're going to talk about assignment due dates and deadlines. Basically, when do you have to get your assignments back to me? I understand that all assignments for each week are due by Friday at noon. Assignments can be submitted on paper or in person or digitally by sending me a picture through email, through Google Classroom, through any way that you're able to get a hold of me. Basically, what that means, I'm going to be assigning things each week, mostly on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Thursdays, I try to keep free so that you have time to finish Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before Friday. Give you a little cushion there. Any questions about the due dates, deadlines? Okay, that one's pretty simple. So let's talk about late work, meaning you don't turn it in by Friday at noon. Any assignment or assessment submitted late will incur a penalty of 10% per class day late. So, for example, we pull out this little mini calendar and erase something on it. Let's see. So, this is today. It is January 13th. It is day 1. So today is January 13th. Any assignment that I give you today or tomorrow or Wednesday, these will all be due by Friday, January 17th. If you turn it in one class day later, this is one day late, the highest score you could get is 90% because you missed one day. That takes 10% off your grade. If you are 2 days late, now the highest score you could get is 80%. Then it goes down to 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and then it's 0. Okay, so if you turn in an assignment 10 days late, you won't get credit for it. Okay, so turn things in on time. Do your best, turn it in on time. If something is going on that is preventing you from turning things in on time, just tell me, talk to me. I will work with you. We'll see what we can do. I want you all to be successful. I don't want to penalize you. I'm not one of those teachers that's on a power trip trying to discipline y'all. I just, do your work and I will do my work and we will work together and be successful. So, that's kind of covered here. I understand that I must communicate with my teacher through email or phone if an emergency happens and occurs that might affect my ability to complete any assignments on time. So, the key takeaway here is talk to me, communicate with me. I will help you, okay? Do we have any questions about the late work policy? Everybody feels good about that? Okay. Okay, next section we have is about assignment corrections and or grade improvement. So let's say you do a homework assignment and you get your score back the next day and you did not do very well, okay? So that's not going to go against you if you want to make corrections. Here's how that works. I understand that if I want to improve the grade I earn on any assignment or quizzes too, for the week, I can redo the incorrect parts to earn a higher score by the original due date, Friday at noon, 12 p.m. Okay, so if you get it back, that's why I don't assign things on Thursdays. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll have those graded and back to you no later than Thursday. That way you have Thursday to fix it, turn it back in on Friday. You can earn some points back. It's worth it to do those corrections. You will succeed. Okay. And then the only thing that's against that is that if you turn an assignment or a quiz in late, you cannot make corrections on it. So be on time. Okay. Turn it in on time. I always recommend you just turn it in that day. I'll typically try to give you lots of time to complete an assignment that day. Don't put things off. They will stack up, they'll pile up, you'll get overwhelmed. Just do it right when I give it to you. It will help you in the end, okay? Do you have any questions about assignment corrections or grade improvement? Any questions at all? Not, let's go ahead and flip to the next page. And we're looking at the section that says student conduct. Okay, so this is basically referring to your behavior, how you're supposed to act when you're at school. What it says up here is, I will contribute to maintaining a positive learning environment by respecting the dignity of all staff and students of the Excel Center. Basically, to sum all of these up, treat people how you want to be treated. Be kind, be patient. I'm going to be treating you guys the same way. I want us to all respect each other. Let this be a positive experience for all of us. Now, we'll read through each of these because they're here. So, the way that you can contribute to that learning environment being positive is by coming to class prepared with the necessary materials and being ready to participate in class and refrain from working on tasks unrelated to the class. This is a big one. Silencing and storing electronic devices unless they are required for class. So, most of us have cell phones. I don't care if you have your cell phone in here, just please turn the ringer off so that it is not distracting, making lots of noises. Let's say you do get a phone call or a text or something that you need to attend to it, you need to respond. That is okay with me. Just do it outside. Please exit the room to make calls. You're not going to get in trouble for leaving. We are adults. I'm not in charge of like, where's she going? That's fine. Take the call. Just don't do it in here because it can be really distracting. Let's see. Yeah, stepping outside if I need to take an urgent phone call. Using headphones while using electronic devices like a computer or a phone, whether you're in the classroom or in the student commons area. Basically, don't be blasting your music. You're welcome to use headphones in the back corner of the classroom over here. I have a white bin full of headphones you all are welcome to take. We don't share headphones, so if you take a pair, they are yours. Keep them. Don't put them back. Okay, I don't want your ears in my ears. Just keep it. It's yours. They're not fancy special headphones. They're just cheap, like dollar earbuds. So, nothing to get excited about, but they are there if you need them.
They work.
They do work. They work, and that's what matters.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, this is an important one. Remaining in my assigned classroom during each class. I don't see us having much of an issue with that, but basically, you are supposed to be in pre-algebra right now. You stay in pre-algebra right now. Don't be out goofing off in the common area. We had a few students that needed reminders of that last term. They just like to
jump up and go.
Yeah, jump up and go and have a little party out there. That's not what we're here for. We're here to, get an education, get our diplomas. We're doing it. Next, it says that we are remaining engaged in the activity of this class and refraining from distractions, such as completing assignments for other classes and using electronic devices for purposes not pertaining to the class. Basically, don't, like if I'm talking to you, I'm teaching you, don't be sitting on your phone, texting somebody. Don't be, working on other things that aren't in this class. Now, if I'm not currently talking to you, if I'm not actively teaching you, maybe we're doing a class activity and I'm giving you time to work on something. That's your time to use how you please. Let's say you finish what we're doing in here. Yeah, work on other things. That's fine. Take a phone call if you need to, whatever. Just please be respectful whenever I am speaking. You should be listening. Just like when you are speaking to me, I will listen to you. Okay. This one's important. Leaving my space better than I found it upon entering the classroom. Clean up after yourself, please. If you get a computer out of the computer cart, put it back. If you bring a drink in here and you finish it, it's empty, throw it away. Don't leave it on the table, please. Lots of people did that last term. We don't need to do that anymore. Clean up after yourself. We are adults. You deserve, I deserve, every other student deserves a clean space to learn in. This is our classroom. It's your classroom, not just mine. I want us to respect it, keep it clean, just do what you're supposed to do. And, oh, yes, last but not least here, refraining from the use of prohibited items, illegal stuff, on school property, such as vape and tobacco products. Let's talk about weed, too. Y'all, it stinks out there. Somebody, I don't know who, whatever. Do not come to school smelling like weed. That's crazy. Don't do that, okay? We are adults. You can do whatever you want when you go home.
Yeah.
I'm going to do whatever I want when I go home. I'm not going to come to school smelling like weed. You should not either, okay? Because we just had a conversation with our staff about it. They are going to start cracking down. And if you smell like it, they might come and have a conversation with you about it, okay?
Yeah.
I know there's something in the student handbook that says something about drug testing.
Ooh.
I don't want to promise that's going to happen, but just don't come to school smelling like it, okay? Wait till your class is over, or at least try to hide it. Like, try to spray something. I don't know. It's, pretty crazy. Don't come to school smelling like that. We got it. Okay, awesome. Okay, do we have any questions about the student conduct section? Everybody understands it okay? Okay, awesome. Electronic devices, we kind of covered that in conduct, but we'll go over it again. It just says that you're agreeing to silence and store your electronic devices unless you're supposed to use them for class. So put them away. We don't need to be out playing on our phones. You're agreeing to step outside the classroom if you need to take a phone call. We are adults. If you need to talk to somebody, that's fine. I totally get it. Just don't do it in here. Take it out. You don't need to tell me. You can just kind of point at your phone and walk out the door quietly. We just don't need disruptions. Agreeing to use headphones, not blasting your music. And then if we are ever taking a quiz or an assessment, your phone will go face down on the table so that I know it's not in your lap. Okay? All right. Any questions about electronics? All right. Okay, and I think this is the last section really, academic integrity. This is really in a nutshell talking about being honest with your schoolwork. So, don't turn in work that is not yours. If you get help with your assignment from something, let's talk about, let me flip it over. Talk about artificial intelligence. Y'all know what AI is and like Chat GPT. Does anybody not know what that is?
I don't.
Okay, perfect. Let me pause this and I'm going to show you. Okay, so we just looked at what Chat GPT was. If you are going to use something like that to help you in homework, for example, you just need to tell me that. Okay? You have to give it credit. Now, if I can tell that something was very obviously done with AI or some internet program that you just copied, pasted, you don't understand, it doesn't make sense, and you don't tell me that you used like ChatGPT or something else, you might lose credit. You might not get any points for that assignment. So, this is allowed, okay? If you use it, first of all, you wouldn't just write down the answer. Like I wouldn't just say, oh, it's 6, that's my answer. That's not good enough. You need to write down all the steps and show me you understand it. But also tell me, like write a note, circle it, write an arrow or something, and say, I used this to help me. I used this. Just be honest with me. I'm not going to take points off for doing that. Just be aware and know that you won't be able to use this on a quiz or a test. It's just for homework assignments, okay? So that's kind of my policy, on this. Other teachers might be different. I think math is one that AI is incredibly helpful because it can really break things down. You can ask it questions. I use it a lot myself. I do. So, do we have questions about that today? Any at all? Everybody feel okay about that? Do you all feel like if you did need to use something like that to help you, you would know how to show me that you used it and how to honestly label it? Or do we want more direction on that? Yes, no?
I think we're good.
You good? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
We're good.
Awesome. Okay, so uh plagiarism, that doesn't really pertain to us as much. That's more English.
What's it mean?
Good question. Plagiarism. It basically means that you are copying someone else's work and you are not giving them credit. So it could be copying a classmate's work. It could be copying the AI's work. It could be copying Chat GPT and not telling me that it's using that. It's just not giving credit, basically. Does that make sense? You don't want to do it, it's bad. Okay. And here's other things you should not do. Copy your other students' work. Don't share answers. Do your own assignments. Don't cheat. Don't use plagiarism. That's when you copy and don't give people credit. We don't talk during assessments when we're taking quizzes. I want to know your work, not your neighbor's work. Using unauthorized or using notes or devices that are not allowed. I crossed off the word notes. You're welcome to do that too. The reason I crossed off notes is because every quiz you take in here is open note. You can use your notes. So take notes, always. Take notes, take good notes. I'm going to give you lots and lots of notes. You can use them on any quiz, any test. You can use them on the final. Definitely take notes. Okay. submitting AI generated content as your own. To avoid that, just tell me that you used AI, it's fine. And last but not least, sharing test details or assignments with others. So if you took a test, don't go and tell your friend, hey, this is on the test. I'll tell you what's on the test before anyway. There won't be surprises. You will be prepared. If you are here, you are listening, you all will succeed. Okay. If you do any of these things, so let's read this again. Violations may result in loss of credit for the assignment and additional disciplinary action. If you're not sure how to properly cite sources or use tools, consult your teacher for guidance. Basically, if you forget, just ask me. I won't be upset with you. Just ask. If you're caught cheating, if you're caught doing these things, we do have to report that. It goes on your permanent record. It doesn't look good. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Okay. If you don't know how to do something and you think you need to cheat to do well, stop yourself in that moment. Say, I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to ask Miss Taylor. I'm just going to ask her. Just ask me. Okay. I won't be upset. I love it when you ask questions. I really do. That's literally what I get paid for, is to teach you. I'm not going to be upset if you don't know how to do something. So don't cheat. It's not worth it. You'll get in trouble. Okay. So that's it for the packet. So now let's look at the second page that looks like this. Okay, so everybody get this out. Okay, so this page is your first assignment in this class. It is due Friday at noon, okay? You can turn it in today if you want. If you need to go and look at your schedule and you want to turn it in later, that is fine. We can take it home with you. But let's talk about what you should put on this paper. So the first section says, please list any known scheduling conflicts below, if applicable, meaning if there are days that you know for sure you cannot be here, you're just going to write them down on these lines. If you are someone that has a work schedule that only lets you be here certain days of the week, maybe you work Mondays and Wednesdays, you can only be here Tuesdays and Thursdays, just write that on there. Just let me know. And here it says, please list any other information you would like your teacher to be aware of below. This doesn't have to be school related. If there is anything that you think that I should be aware of, whether it's personal, medical, it could be mental, emotional, whatever, anything that you would like me to know, maybe you don't want to say it out loud, you'd rather just write it down that you think is important, this is your place to do that, okay? These won't be shared with anybody, it'll be private between you and me, so write whatever you like, and I will use that information to guide how I help you all. And at the bottom, you are going to write your first and last name. Then you're going to sign your name, your signature, and then write the date. Okay? And when you sign this paper, you are saying that you agree to everything we just went over in this packet. Yes.
Yes, what if we need to leave early every day?
If you need to leave early every day, just make a note right here and just let me know that.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to give you all about 5 minutes or so to maybe 10. I'll give you a little break here to, if you need to look at your schedule, look at your calendar, think up whatever you might want to include on this paper. And then you're welcome to sign it, turn it in. I'll show you where the turn in bin is. I'm going to pause this recording. All right. So on your phone, I'm going to search for the App Store. Or if you have an Android, it might be the Google Play Store, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to search for Google, Google, Classroom, Classroom. It should just pop up. So search for Google Classroom, not Okay. And that's what you want. It's 2 stars. Need to improve that app, I guess. But you are looking for Google Classroom. Okay, if you don't have it, go ahead and download it. We're gonna get on there
I
together.
like your screen, that's a nice screen. That's a nice screen, I like that.
Okay.
Dirty though.
And
No, it looks nice.
once you have it, we're gonna open it up. Okay.
Google Classroom.
So whenever you get this app open, first of all, is anybody still looking for the application?
Mine's saying retry.
Retry. Are you connected to the Wi-Fi? Because the Wi-Fi is not great. Whenever I have my phone on Wi-Fi, it won't let me search for anything.
No, it's turned, I think mine's been turned off since my internet had went
Oh.
out at home.
Clear.
I know
That ice storm hit you?
Me too.
It's bad.
But I can, it's like,
It's
oh, I
not
had to
letting
use,
you-
I had to use a hotspot.
Ah,
Okay. I'm gonna retry and see what,
okay.
oh, it's still saying, oh, come on. Let me see. Maybe I need to, do I need to turn my Wi-Fi on? Is that what it is, maybe?
Oh, let me pause this. I can look at your phone. So, first of all, you want to make sure that you are logged in to your school email. So, up at the top, if it's showing that you're in your personal email, you will want to click where it says add another account. And then, continue. And here is where you type in your Goodwill account. And here's the info for that.
How do you get that?
And stop me if you're not sure what I just did.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you
How
on?
do you get it?
Yours, let me see yours.
I'm on there.
Oh, just blacked out on me. Oh, there you go. You are already on it, so
Right.
you're good.
Right.
Perfect. So you don't need to log in. You don't need to log in. If you're not signed in already, what you'll do is type in your email will be your first initial. So my first name's Taylor. That means I'm gonna put a T. And then your last name, Gable. So T Gable. And it will be at goodwilleducates.org. Okay, so that will be your email. And if you have never logged into the Goodwill email, this is your automatic password that you start with. It'll be educates with a capital E. You'll type that in as the password. If you have already logged into your Google email, then it will be whatever password you set. Okay, and if anybody forgot their password, let me know. I can reset it for you.
I couldn't get in.
Yes.
I just need the code to join. You probably haven't got that far yet.
Yes, we are right about to be there. Okay.
Mine's acting stupid, shoot.
It's still not letting you get on there?
Mm-mm.
That is so goofy.
But it's saying.
Anybody still having trouble getting just logged in?
Just saying.
Is everybody ready to get the class code?
Yeah,
No. Not yet?
no.
Sometimes I have to turn my phone off and turn
And then
it
turn
back
it
on.
back on.
I know it. Sometimes that's the only way to fix it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna finish doing this at home.
You got
It'd
it.
be a lot better for me.
You got it.
Damn.
If you are to the point where you're ready to type a code in, this is the code.
911.
FBTWV5W. If you don't know how to get to the place to type the code in, here's what you'll do. On your phone screen at the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little plus sign. You see that? Push it, join class. And then it's going to ask you for a code. You're going to type this code in there, okay? Okay. Okay.
Butterscotch biscuit.
Wait, I'm gonna pretend that this is your class because I haven't posted anything, like video wise on to your classroom yet. So, for example, this is what you will see whenever you get on Google Classroom. You will see a quick description of the assignment for that day. Then you'll see what we did that day, what the lesson covered. And below that, there will be a YouTube video. When you click on it, it should take you to the lesson. So, look at that. I did the same thing for Algebra 1 this morning, and if they weren't here, they were able to watch what they missed. So, there's that. The other thing on here that I am going to put on yours as well is just a digital copy of that classroom agreement, so you can have it on your phone if you want. Let's say you forget what the late work policy is and you want to look it up, it'll always be here. Okay. So, let's see. That's really it. That's all I wanted to make sure we had covered today. So if you weren't able to get on Google Classroom today, no big deal. But what you can expect from this class moving forward is whenever you come in tomorrow, you are going to walk in and see something that looks like this. Okay? You're going to see a page that says "Do now," and then some math problems. What you do when you come in the room is you sit down, you write the problems down, and then you start working on them on your own, okay? We will have a timer set at the front of the room. When the timer goes off, we will do those problems together, okay? So it's not something I'm going to grade you on. If you look at it and you say, I have no idea how to do any of this, that's okay, because we're gonna learn it, okay? So you're gonna start off with those, try your best. You get them all wrong, no big deal. It's just for participation. I just want to see that you try. We're gonna see what we know, what we don't know, what I need to teach you, what we don't need to be taught, and I think we're gonna have a really good term together. So that's really it, guys. No math today. Your assignment, though, your exit ticket today is to fill this out and just turn it in to me by Friday. So I'm going to let you out a little early today. That is it. If you have questions, you're welcome to stay and ask me. But you all are dismissed. You're free to go. Let me get this.